Hey guys, and welcome into today's video. It is the last day of the year of 2021. Oh my, what a year we have seen, especially in the stock market. But first, before we do an update on where we see the markets going in 2022 and beyond, where we are going to start to put our money and where this channel is going to focus, I just want to hope and wish you guys had a lovely, happy holidays. Or if you are someone that celebrated Christmas, let me know how you celebrated below. If you were with families or loved ones, whether you worked, whether you didn't, I would love to hear from you. And I also want to take this time of gratitude, this moment of thanks, to thank you guys for all that you have done for me in 2021. We started this channel at the beginning of last year, and little did I know that I would be monetized throughout this year, and I would help thousands of you guys that tune in on a weekly basis, where we look at some of our favorite stocks like Alpine 4, which we love on this channel. If you are an Alpine 4 holder, then let me know if you are still holding from that volatile spell that we had seen with the highs in February, and if you are a channel supporter, of course, I would absolutely love to hear from you. We have had such an interesting year in the stock market. Stocks have been going absolutely crazy, and 2021 has definitely been a roller coaster, especially when all of those innovation stocks and growth stocks got hit so heavily in February at the start of this year, and we have continued to see downward momentum. But there is one thing that we have learned in 2021, in fact two things. We have learned how resilient we are as people and how we have to have a positive mindset when you are investing in the long term for future growth companies, and also that 70%, guys, of all stocks in the US are in fact traded by robots. They are traded by intricate algorithms that link together, that read balance sheets, and how cash is being burnt so rapidly from companies. They are looking at short-term profits, and that is why we are seeing such a shorted market right now, why the stocks are selling off so aggressively in the small to mid-cap ranges, why growth stocks have obviously been at the bottom of the pile, because they are investing their capital aggressively to grow exponentially over the next 5 years. But these algorithms do not understand that, because they are focused on profits now. They want profits now, and they look only at the last 3 or 4 quarters. They look at everything as a whole on the balance sheet. Where these companies are going is particularly irrelevant. Many, they are looking at how fast they are burning cash, how much cash they have, and if they are profitable. And if those boxes are not ticked, which again, in this case, if you look at companies like NIO, Xpeng, Tesla, how they started, especially Tesla, if you take back about 3 or 4 years before they had their massive bull run over the last 12 to 18 months, you can see that they were burning through cash so aggressively because they were investing their capital back into the company, because they were going to have exponential growth, because these innovation seeds were planted back in the tech and telecom bubble, as Cathie Wood says. And again, right now we are ready for prime time, so these innovation platforms are going to move over the next 5 years, and we are going to see some enormous growth. And one of the companies that we love to talk about, guys, of course, is Alpine 4. Is up on my screen right now, which is why I'm looking on the side, and we love this company, and we talk about this company all the time on this channel. So if you are someone that has subscribed, again, thank you so much for all of your continued support. I never knew where we were going to go when I started this journey. So yeah, I just wanted to say a huge thank you, and again also to a shout out to all of my Patreon members. My phone seems to be going a little bit crazy this morning, so I'm just going to mute up on the screen. But guys, 2022 is certainly going to be a fantastic year of opportunity. We have never seen such a massive sell-off in stocks over the last decade, especially what I'm talking about is growth stocks, and again those small to mid-cap stocks that are under $1 billion or under $10 billion in market cap have been selling off so aggressively, and the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 has favoured those high-tech FANG giant-like companies in value, and those stocks at some point are going to have a transition where we will see a massive reversal over the next 5 years, as some of those stocks might be interrupted majorly again by these new innovation platforms. Companies like Tesla are a fantastic example to look at, how you can see that stock got included into the S&P 500, and now it is up there in the top 50 companies, and you can see how this company is going to continue to dominate, especially in the electrical vehicle sector. And as we move throughout the next 5 to 10 years, they are going to come up with new ranges of products, new lines of services, and that is only going to continue on their line of profitability, especially if we are to have ride hailing in the next decade. That is predicted to be a $10 trillion industry over the next decade, guys. In fact, it's going to be higher than that from zero that it's worth today. So we can see now that this is where the channel is going to focus. We are going to be focusing on these innovation platforms because I'm a huge bull on Cathie Wood and I've done a ton of research this year, and like I said, I totally understand that it is all about long-term gain for short-term pain. So when you are holding some of these stocks that are down, this is the opportunity where you get rich, because once you are buying at these favorable levels where the stock has significantly reduced risk because it has been selling off, that is where you are going to make your money over the next 5 years, not when you're buying a stock because it has flown up due to hype, it is overstretched on the RSI and all those technical indicators that we like to read on this channel. So let's bring us to our favorite stock, Alpine 4, because we've had some people ask for some updates on that just before we end the video today. And like I said, again, a huge thank you and a happy new year to everyone that has tuned in so far. So guys, up on my screen, let's change over to Alpine. We can see that Alpine has now reached the RSI 30 level, and you can look back on history every time that we have come back down to a place of touching the 30. This stock does not like to go below. We always seem to have some form of a reversal or at least a swing to the upside. Several times you can see that this has happened over the past. So I do think that this is certainly an area of support around 184. Yesterday we actually held this level very well. It hasn't really moved at all on the day, so you can see that right now up on the screen. And like I said, most of those growth stocks have been hit long term due to the fact that we had inflation fears, tax loss harvesting, and also 70% of trades in the US against US stocks, guys, are traded by robots and algorithms. And this is all short term thinking. Again, so you have to remember that all of this noise that's happening right now in the stock market isn't just happening with Alpine, it's happening with so many other of our channel favorite stocks like SoFi Technologies, like Unity Software as well, of course, like Neo, all of those other stocks, Tattooed Chef, Hims. These stocks are all down. They have been selling off from their 52-week highs. Look at how these stocks have been performing. They have been doing extremely well, yet the stock price has continued to sell off over the long term. And again, this is all just simple noise and fear in the stock market, but right now we are starting to see a lot of value at this place of entry. So that's why I say this, guys, over the long term, these are the places over the next few years that you will actually start to understand that getting in at these prices over the next 5 years is going to be a fantastic opportunity, because you have lowered your risk from where you would have had the chance to get in when something was at $9. And again, if you were to get in at $1.84, the risk is much lower versus, again, coming in at a higher price, especially when you start to line up these technicals, just like we can see has happened right now up on the charts. And as we come into January, we all know that January is typically a very euphoric month. We typically see a lot of buying in January. The stock market does usually turn green, so I am hoping to see some euphoria throughout the stock market over the next 4 weeks ahead. Now, one stock that has been moving and been brought to my attention that I just want to end this video on to start the new year is Xpeng. Xpeng I have made some recent videos on, and it has been performing extremely well. Cathie Wood has also been loading up on this stock over the last month, and again, I have reason to believe that this stock is going to do extremely well, especially in ride hailing over the next decade. So this is a stock, guys, to add onto your watch list for 2022 if you are looking for an electrical vehicle play inside China that is eventually going to move out long term and is going to capitalize on a massive emerging market, and again in autonomous ride hailing taxi networks. So this stock, guys, is Xpeng. We've got our favorite stocks, again, SoFi Technology and Alpine 4, and these are some of the stocks that I will be concentrating on moving over into next year, along with Unity Software, because I believe that all of these stocks, guys, are going to be multi-bag stocks. We are going to start to see these stocks over the long term do 100, 200, potentially 300 or more %. And again, coming over the next decade, you will start to understand how these companies are positioning themselves for massive growth in future growing industries. So guys, that wraps up this video. I do hope that you have a fantastic new year. I really loved doing this video for you. If you could go down there, do me a favor, make sure you are subscribed, and also don't forget to turn on the notification bell and also like this video. I look forward to doing more content like this for you guys. And again, this was kind of just a brief update on the market where we can summarize the market going in 2022 to start with a nice euphoric month, and at some point we are going to have a turnaround from, again, all of these down plays. So it's about staying strong in the mindset, and guys, wishing you well for the new year. I look forward to seeing you back on my content soon for some more channel updates on investing. Ciao for now.